Right, ladies and gents, something a bit special for you today on Detecting World Review. Let's have a look. Birdoswald, Hadrian'swall. English heritage, Birdoswald Roman Fort. Let's go and explore. As we approach the main entrance to Birdoswald Roman Fort. Family day out for me. Welcome. A little bit of a map of the fort there. Go in and pay. And there's the seasons that they'll be digging on the fort. Just in the exhibition area at the moment at the start, and there's a few lovely brooches there, and a nice dress pin, number 5. Number 4 is a Byzantine half-bolus coin, minted in Constantinople. Nice little exhibition before we go in. This is the fort. What we're going to be going to see in a minute. So these are the granaries, Roman. Built by Commander Aurelius Julianus in 205 to 208. Lovely Roman granaries. The fort's just up there on the grass. Go up there in a little while, have a look at the main attraction. Right, so I'm now standing at the west gate, which is that. So with that in mind, this is obviously walking into the gate. It's now inside the gate. There's a drilling exercise hall, which soldiers could carry on their training all year round. And that is this area here. That's the most important building because it was used through the Roman occupation for training and exercise. Right, here we are. We're inside the Roman fort, so it goes all the way around, down near the trees there, back round. So inside the Roman fort here, look for some information boards. So what's this one? The headquarters. Right, so this is where I am here, in the headquarters. The headquarters was the command centre of Birdoswald. So senior officers would have stood here. It says at the rear, a shrine held images of the gods and the regimental standards. They were carried before the unit in battle, and it was considered a disgrace for them to be captured. Stone carving Roman military standards from Cumbria, Roman town. So that's at another town. Right, and they stand in the barracks. Not much to show really, it's just grass, but when off duty the soldiers cooked, slept and relaxed in their barracks. So we're now here in the barracks. Parker's playing up. Doesn't appreciate history, he don't, at the moment. Look at these Roman walls. Must be a turret, maybe. Solid Roman wall. The fort wall is all up there, so I'll see you when I get up there. So we're up here. Not sure what these are yet without looking at the boards, but two little chamber sections there, whatever they are. I mean, this must be maybe an entrance. There's some decorative stone there, all been carved. Up here, let's get a look. That's where I've just come from. Right, so this is the safe gate. Yeah, I thought that might be a gate. Frisian soldiers from the northern Netherlands probably occupied this area outside the fort in the 3rd century AD. So this is the safe gate. Parker's crying on top of that safe gate wall. Goes all the way along there. Not sure what that is up there. There's a little section there. I don't know what that is. Just going to have a look. Little mound here. I thought it might be a sewage works or something, but there's a little Roman man sitting here. So let's have a look what he says up here. Little board. Look at that. This is a vantage point, I bet. The changing frontier. You are standing above a meander of the river. Irving erosion has removed perhaps 100 metres of the cliff since Roman times. Many buildings that once stood beyond this point have long since disappeared. In 2009, archaeologists rescued part of Birdoswald Cemetery across the valley to your right, before it too disappeared off the edge of the cliff. So basically there was a cemetery to my right, here, and it's gone off the cliff. So the river has eroded the cliff, apparently. See why there's a fort here, though, can't you? Look at that. Again, like in my other videos, you can see people coming from miles and miles away. Beautiful. So here I am, looking down at the south gate, where them people are. And then it's just a nice view inside the fort. All this is inside the fort. There's a Victorian house. In front of that you got them ruins, I assume, where the granaries were, the Roman granaries in the 16th century. Sort of fort type building ruins. So where I was just standing there is the southwest corner tower, up on that high bit in the corner, obviously. The mound is this corner conceals one of 8 guard towers that protected Birdoswald walls for over 3 centuries. So that is the tower built up on there. It's been quite intimidating as we walk down the east wall from that tower, the southwest tower. I think it's the east wall. Might not be, but I'm down one side of the fort anyway. There's another entrance there. So, workshop. Birdoswald Fort had workshops that helped to keep the garrison running. Roman military units included soldiers specially trained in metalworking to make and repair weapons and equipment. So basically there now. So again, you can't see anything, it's just grass now, but obviously there's a lot of earthworks and stuff like that. Here, yeah, I'm in the workshop. What's this? A pottery shard from Corbridge Roman times, that's Corbridge. Other possible buildings in this area of the fort are stored barracks or even a hospital. And there's another entrance over here. Come on, Parker, isn't it? There's a nice bit of stonework here where there used to be gates, I reckon. I mean, that's pretty impressive. Nice pillars.
What are they?
They're like pillars for gates, look, it's like an entrance there.
I don't know what pillars are.
So each side had its own entrance. There's the tower that I was on. Let's keep going. That's where they make weapons, Winnie. You're in the workshop. Come on. You don't know how to make the weapons. Just walking to another section. Just thought I'd show you this. If you visit any of the Hadrian'swall forts, you can get the English Heritage Hadrian'swall brochure, or you can get the English Heritage specific brochure for where you're at, which fort you're at. I could have bought the Birdoswald Fort brochure. I opted to go for the overall Hadrian'swall one, so only $5.50. The individual ones are $4.50, I think. Worth buying with your ticket. So there's where I started at the headquarters. This is where the officers used to gather. And we're now walking over to this large stone work over here, which looks to be some kind of main entrance or something like that. A couple of towers. We'll have a look in a sec. There's a board here. Right, so this is the commander's house. The commander of the garrison lived here in a large house. It consisted of an open air courtyard surrounded by suites of rooms including private baths. To your right are the remains of the main eastern gate, including one of the arched stones, its northern passageway. There you go. Told you it was a main entrance. So we're in the commander's house. So we are here. So this used to be a very impressive part of the main gates there. And the commander lived just inside the gate. So yeah, he would have lived a lavish lifestyle in here, right next to the gate and the walls. Looks like a couple of towers either side of the gate. I mean, look at this. Let's go in. The commander would have come in here. Maybe Hadrian stood in here. Only the greats stood in here, and I'm obviously one of them now. That stonework. I think it's amazing how it's stood here for 2,000 years. It's ridiculous. Just move over. Parker's in the commander's house. You're in the commander's house there, mate.
What?
You're in the commander's house. Very important building. Just take you outside the main gate. That's what you'd have been faced with. Obviously a lot taller. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So I just come from where them people are in the commander's house section. There's another tower where Parker's standing here, where the corner is over here. If you follow the wall round, you get to the opposite corner to where I was standing on the southwest tower, on that tall section. There's There's a little round tower or something on there, and obviously they haven't excavated that, but that would have carried on along that fence line somewhere.
Hello.
So a pretty big fort this is. Would have housed a lot of soldiers. Let's go and take a look at the wall, shall we? Hadrian'swall. So the fort's there, and Hadrian'swall runs right down there. I'm not sure what direction that is. No, I'm not sure if you can hear Winnie crying, and then she's wanting to touch the sheep. She's not allowed. But yeah, Hadrian'swall is here. Really not sure what direction that's running, but east or west. Parker, Hadrian'swall. Just walking next to the wall now. Goes for miles and miles, you know, 70 something odd miles, but you can imagine this being right up there. Soldiers patrolling the walls, higher up obviously than what I am now, but stopping anyone coming in from there. I think the walls are about 6 foot thick. So very thick. I don't know how long it took them to build this wall, but that'll be documented everywhere, I would have thought. But yeah, very impressive. Here you come. Right, just walk down the wall towards the river where the Romans would have got their water and fish and all sorts. Come across this little section here, which is a Harrow's Scar, Mile Castle 49, and it's a fortified gate. So basically every 1.48 kilometers, every Roman mile, they had one of these to control the traffic coming in and out of the Roman Empire, province. You know, they let people in who they wanted to come in, traders or whatever. So that's basically what that is sticking out from the wall there. So that'll be this wall here, and it goes all the way around. There would have been something inside. Just take you down there quickly. There's only so many ruins you can see, I know, but there it is. And the far wall is overlooking the valley where the river is, I think. Yeah, river just down there. Beautiful. Just walk down from the fort, down Hadrian'swall, and come to this river at Willowford. 3 major rivers were crossed by Hadrian'swall: the Tyne at Chester's, the Eden in Carlisle, and the Irthing at Willowford. So this is it, guys and girls. Obviously this is not a Roman bridge. I'm just going to show you the river where I come from, in the southeast, or the East Anglia. Don't get rivers like this. Fast flowing rocky rivers. Ours are pretty still, bit of a current to them, deep. So this is quite nice to see. You can see why the Romans settled here with a fort, because they've got a lovely water supply. Trout, I presume, and salmon comes up here. Do you reckon? I don't know, maybe. Locals probably can tell me in the comments, but yeah, it's beautiful. Nice little breeze as well. You can imagine the history in this river. The Romans would have got their water from here, washed their pots, dropped their coins, dropped their brooches, pots, pottery. Even further back than that, Bronze Age, Iron Age, this river would have been used. Fascinating. I had a quick look in the rock pools, but couldn't find much. A few bits of pottery, but nothing too old. Very historic river, I reckon. Now walking back from the river, there's the fort. That whole view is the fort wall. On a nice little mound, really. Walking uphill towards that. probably all I can show you actually. Pure ruins. All I'll say is quite a large fort, so would have housed quite a lot of Romans. Water supply down by the river. Fair steep slope down to the river, so that would have been hard getting up and down there, but yeah. Hope you've enjoyed the little tour of the fort. There's Parker.
Hello.
So yeah, until the next one. Bye for now.
It's a big